Okay, a pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you across the world. This is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Collet. Thanks for joining us. We are coming to you live from the grounds of the legislature, the seat of the first branch of government here up Capitol Hill, where firefighters, the foreign firefighters, have been invited to carry on an examination or inspection or some fact findings are the scene here where uh, fire got at the Capitol building a couple of months back. So, as most of you may be aware, the national legislature, right before us here, the joint chambers and the rotunda of the legislature got at fire on the 18th of December 2024. Since that time, there has been concerns with respect to what led to the fire outbreak here on the grounds of the legislature. Liberians across the country have been very concerned, very eager to know as to what led to the fire, what the investigation, what the findings of the authorities would be. And of course, since then, we've seen the joint security talking about the Liberia National Fire Service and the Liberia National Police hugely involved with the investigation. At a point, the Liberia National Police released findings, preliminary findings, as part of the investigation. And it was being said that the cause of the fire was due to arson, which means someone knowingly, intentionally set the Capitol building ablaze. And of course, that set the pace for the investigation. And at some point, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Honorable Gregory Coleman, disclosed that there was going to be the involvement of foreign firefighters to ensure that this process reaches a logical conclusion. So, as part of the process, the government of Liberia has invited a team of experts, foreign firefighters, to form part of this process. The firefighters arrived in the country sometime last week, and since then the process has started. This morning, the team led by the Justice Minister, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, and other members of the Joint Security arrived here on the grounds of the legislature. And right now, as we speak, they're in there carrying on their own investigation, trying to establish the circumstances surrounding the fire situation here on the grounds of the legislature. And so they're in there, as you see right before us here, the Liberia National Police, the Inspector General. You see there's a deployment of police here. There's a huge presence of the police here as well. Bulk of the folks are in there. The Justice Minister, the other high-ranking officials of the Joint Security are here as well. The Armed Forces of Liberia is also present here. I understand the the Defense Minister or the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, they are all in there. So we're going to remain posted here to bring you the updates. Once the team come out, we're going to engage them. We're going to hear from them preliminarily what their findings are. But as we speak, there's an examination of the scene ongoing. Since this incident occurred, there has been major concerns as to whether there's going to be, whether heads are going to roll, whether there's going to be, whether the joint security is going to establish who exactly the individuals are that contributed to the situation here. The entire Capitol building fire situation has been marked by some level of uncertainty coming from some people as well. There are some folks who just thought that the security, our own security, talking about the Liberia National Fire Service or the Liberia National Police, doesn't have the sophistication to carry on the investigation here. to establish as to what led to the burning of the Capitol building, the joint chambers, and the rotunda of the legislature. But in the midst of that, we're now seeing the involvement of foreign firefighters, experts coming from the U.S. who have come to form part of this process to make sure that Liberians can establish as to what went wrong, who did what, giving us some pieces of information as to the circumstances surrounding the burning down of the Capitol building. So we're here. My name is Nelson Collet. I want to appreciate all of you. Thanks for joining us. As most of you may be aware, this Capitol building situation, talking about the burning down or the fire situation here, has resulted to some lawmakers being invited as well by the Liberia National Police for questioning. Several lawmakers were considered persons of interest with respect to this situation. Former Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, or Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, and others have been declared persons of interest. Some of them. So, folks, sorry. Let's. So folks, I apologize. Sorry for that break in. Yeah, so there has been concerns. Of course, some of the lawmakers have been declared or considered persons of interest. Honorable J. Fonati Kofa, as most of you may be aware, was initially invited to answer, to provide some pieces of information as to his as to his connection with this situation. But aside from him, most of you may also be aware that there were others who were invited last week or the week before. We saw Representative Abu Bana Kamara of District 15, Monrovia County. He was invited as well to provide some pieces of information, since in fact he's one of those lawmakers who was considered as a person as a person of interest. Now we also saw Dixon Sibo of District 16, Monrovia County. He was invited as well, and scores of lawmakers are expected to answer or provide pieces of information with respect to their connection with this situation. But in the midst of all of that, we are now seeing the involvement of foreign firefighters, people who have the expertise, who have been in this sector for quite a long time, to aid our own authorities on ground, to help the Liberia National Fire Service to come in with their own expertise, helping the Liberia National Police to do their own independent investigation to be able to establish the facts surrounding this situation with respect to the burning down of the Capitol building. So, folks, we are here. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nelson Collet. We are expected to get the team coming out very shortly. Once they do so, we are going to engage them. We are going to hear from them as well. But as we speak, the Justice Minister, we understand, is here. The Inspector General of the Liberia National Police is also in there. The Armed Forces of Liberia is being represented in there as well by the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia in there. And we have other top officials of the Joint Security in there, because this is a major case. This is a major case. The burning down of the Capitol building, or the fire situation here at the Capitol building, has caught the attention of Liberians, not just in Liberia, but across the world, and other foreign nationals. Everyone wants to know what went wrong on the grounds of the legislature here. And of course, if there were people or individuals connected to the burning down of the Capitol building, that those people, the law can take its course, and making sure that the deterrence is being set. So yes, the grounds of the legislature is not as jammed or as packed as you will see it on a normal day. No, today is a little bit different because usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays is when you have session, and all of the lawmakers will be here in their numbers. The vehicles will be lined up all around the place. But today is Monday, so the place is more like quiet, calm, not much of movement here on the grounds of the legislature. But we remain posted to bring you the updates, to bring you up to speed with what the unfoldings here will be, every step of the way, and all the way up at that end where you see the seal of Liberia. A lot of people have said that this place happens to be the beauty of the legislature. Of course, let's make a quick adjustment. Yeah, so folks, sorry, we had to make a quick adjustment, but right before us, the seal of Liberia, this place happens to be that area where you have the beauty. It's more like the beauty of the legislature, the beauty of the Capitol building, the architectural design, just the structure, this is, one of the aspects of the building that has got a lot of people attracted to this facility. But interestingly, that place you see right there happens to be the joint chambers of the legislature. That's where the joint chambers is. So when the both houses are meeting, maybe for the State of the Nation address or for other important events that brings together the House of Representatives and that of the Liberian Senate, that's where they meet, at the joint chambers. And right before us there, as we've zoomed in, that joint chambers is the place, the main area that was affected by the fire situation. We brought you that coverage on the very day when there was this, the outbreak of the fire there, and that place was seriously damaged by the fire situation. Up there you have the joint chambers, and then down here right at the entrance where you have the entrance before us there, let me try to zoom in a bit, where you have the entrance there, that place happens to be the rotunda of the legislature. Again, when the both houses have some very important event, or let's say a state, there's a state funeral, or a statesman or someone who served the country passes, that's where those people are laid. And so I see the team is now coming out. The team is now coming out. The Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Dean, of the Crime Services Investigation, and of course you have the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. Honorable IG, you want to speak to us? What? Okay, okay. All right, so you have the Justice Minister and the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police and others. Of course, they've left the scene. The fire expert here as well, and they're now brainstorming. We're going to speak to them briefly. They will briefly tell us what the situation has been in there, but they've been in there for over 15 or pretty close to 30 minutes, and we will very shortly hear from them what the situation is or what it's been. The Justice Minister, Honorable Justice Minister, Honorable Minister, welcome to Spoon TV. You have been in there for a while. You were in there with the team. trying to do some investigation or examination of the scene. Is there anything you want to tell the media? How was it like?
No, right now I can't tell you anything. We just did a walkthrough.
Okay.
At the individual that came to assist us in our investigation.
Is there any? Is there? Can you assure Liberians that there will be a report out very soon?
No, I can assure Liberia that the kind of investigation we are pursuing to find out who actually participated in the burning of the accident. The Liberian people will know
when they come in of the foreign experts, people are concerned that initially it was said that this was arson. Now you bring in foreign experts. Is there any difference the foreign experts are going to bring to this?
Foreign expert report, we will know.
Okay.
Confirm what we have done. What we have done.
Thank you very much for talking to us, sir. So Honorable IG, okay, so all right, so folks, we stay here. So Honorable IG, today there's a protest. Motorcyclists are gathering. We saw them at a few of the intersections that we passed. What do you want to say? What is the police doing to ensure that this protest goes on peacefully, at the same time making sure that the restriction and no-go zone is upheld?
So first and foremost, I would like to thank those conducting this protest for respecting and honoring the laws. They wrote the Ministry of Justice to seek permit, and that permit is most of the time people misconstrue the importance of it. It's not meant to infringe on your constitutional right to protest. It's meant for law enforcement services to be informed if you're going to use public space to put in measures to prevent the discomfort from others who may not be a part of your protest. And when they made that application, we called them in. We advised them professionally that at this point in time there are a lot of miscreants who have got their own ulterior motives that will want to use your protest for their own evil advertisement. So you have to take full responsibility for anything that happens if you put people out on the street. But we will be there to provide you the necessary support and routine order while you peacefully protest. So that is ongoing at this point in time. We've made strategic deployments around just to be able to respond just in case some violence erupt. But it is their right and we honor it, and we're there to provide the necessary protection.
Their major concern is they want to have access to the major corridors like they had before. Do you see any possibility as far as all of the arrangements and engagements have been so far?
This country is over 43,000 square miles. We only asked for a corridor of less than 15 miles combined, just to have some semblance of safety. And this thing, I mean, law enforcement should never be made a political thing. Unlike what a lot of people think that our actions are always politically motivated. No, they're not. It depends on which eye you sit, how you look at things. Nobody's ever 100% wrong, but you don't have as much information as I have when I make an informed decision for this overall safety of the state. When we started this, we had numerous consultative meetings with all of the stakeholders. We went back and forth. We did a lot of analysis. What's the number one killer in the country? Accident. That's not crime. You don't have everybody use them up, people dying just because of crime. No. Where are these accidents happening? Right within this corridor. Most of the accidents that are led to property destruction and death. Who are the most vulnerable? Those riding motorcycles and keke. This is one of the highest speed corridors within the city. So what we did as a means of safety, we've asked motorcyclists to please, for their own safety and the safety of those that they're conveying, stay on the feeder roads. I beg you. If the little corridor in between, let's keep a semblance of safety. And for now, the road be kept that way. Anybody want to protest, we'll provide you with the necessary protection, we'll guide you through. But until otherwise ordered, it remains strictly enforced, and we'll make sure that we keep our people safe. Liberians, I encourage you that we all start to build a culture of safety in this country to protect ourselves and the future generation. If we just leave this place to get lawless, as a lot of people wanted to be. Look, those who are out there portraying these images on social media, acting as though the police just always going out, meeting people on their knees, singing and praying, and they're just coming and beating them. It is not true. Just to show you that there is an increase in the wave of people just not wanting to adhere to law. I am using this too. I've spoken to my officer, and I'll tell you the conversation we had. I have asked them to temper mercy, justice with mercy. I asked them to be a lot more restrained in their enforcement. That we can do from our side. The people are more and more resistant to the enforcement of laws. So yes, I do acknowledge that we have our own faults and failures. We have called for reform, retraining, and everything. When it's available to us, we will continue to go through it, but we will temper justice with mercy. I ask the officers, I will continue to be on it. One thing I can guarantee you for here, I cannot control the action of each and every officer, but there is never a time that you will have a report where there's a video that comes out when the officers are on record for doing something wrong that it will not be. Look, in no time when my officers do the wrong thing, they're sitting up before the judge. So that I'm a set of warriors to the court, they put on the bench. So we take these actions to show accountability. But people act as if nobody cares, nobody do anything, nobody's in control. Listen, I am in charge, I am in control. Thank you.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The mic is on the IG. Please get the mic. All right, so you just listen an engagement here with the IG, and of course this is what it is. We stay here. So we're still here on the grounds of the legislature. Yes, we spoke with the justice minister briefly, and he did say that the investigation is ongoing. The report will be up very soon. Liberians can be sure that with the involvement of the expert, everything is going well. With respect to why there was an initial disclosure with respect to the cause of the fire, and then now there's foreign experts coming in. The justice minister said to Liberians that the involvement of the foreign expert is very important, and now that the foreign experts are here, they're open to the outcome of the investigation from the folks, and whether or not what they said is contrary to what the foreign experts will come up with, that's something that they're even open to. But he assured us that the investigation is ongoing and the report will be up to the out to the public very soon. And the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, a brief engagement here, said that the law should be the law. He mentioned a constant disrespect to the Liberia National Police by some citizens. He said that the enforcement will remain on course, that the motorcyclists, everything that's going on now is in the interest of the state, is in the interest of our public safety, that they're going to make sure that the safety of the state is maintained and ensured at every level. Folks, we're still here on the grounds of the legislature. I want to say thanks a lot to all of you for watching Spoon TV. My name is Nelson Collier, and we will remain posted and bring you updates every single step along the way till we come your way from another venue. I want to say thanks for watching Spoon TV. Nelson Collier is my name. Have a good day, and bye-bye for now.